Hello, guys. Hello. Hello. I hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're doing just well and you can relax and relax and relax and relax with me. Relax. I got some tingly space facts for you. For you. For you. So, I don't really have much of an intro, I guess, besides that. I'm a CJSMR. Or if you can't hear that, I guess I don't know why you'd be. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna say in sign language, it's a CJSM and then R. So that is me. And basically, I don't know why I keep introing this. Like, I don't need to intro it like 7 times. I, for some reason, feel like I need to add filler before the content, I guess, starts to to really set it in that I'm starting. I don't know. I do have this. So I guess I have a little backstory actually. Basically, in high school we were allowed to listen to music and have headphones in. Or just have headphones in, really. And listen to music or whatever we wanted. Podcasts, I guess. ASMR. And, I would listen to ASMR during, math tests and stuff. Because it would relax me. And I remembered today that one episode of ASMR that I would listen to would be a fabled fawn episode where she drank Mountain Dew. I had Mountain Lighting because I'm, a smaller channel than hers. And she does that, and she did Space Facts. So I kind of wanted to do that as sort of an homage to her. Kind of similar to my cryptograms video for Ephemeral Rift. So we're just going to open this up and turn the audio down so that it doesn't destroy your ears like normal. Yeah, there was definitely a peak in audio. That's great. And then we're going to do a little fun thing where, see the top cap? We're going to spin it around so you can see it like that. And you're going to put the straw through it. Now the straw is nice and secure inside of the pop cap. Perfect. So now that we're perfect and we're set up and we're perfect, here's a little intro into these 50 amazing and incredible space facts. Amazing and incredible. Amazing and incredible. Amazing and incredible space facts. Space is amazing. The sheer vastness of it, along with the trillions upon trillions of objects in the many billion galaxies of the universe, is almost incomprehensible to the human brain. This page is continuously updated list of most incredible, awe-inspiring, and unbelievable facts about space. Whether it's for kids looking to learn more about space, or you're looking for incredible facts for an article, or even you just love space and facts for no real reason, this is for you. These are space facts that you may or may not know. Number 1. People have said they like my commentary on the facts, so I'm just gonna go out. I love a lot of fun facts. I love learning fun facts. It's one thing that my girlfriend says that is one of my biggest traits, I guess. So I will be commenting on the quality of these facts. This first one, I feel like it's not that hard to know, but we'll see. It's It's that space, numero uno space, is completely silent. Like that. There is no air or atmosphere in space. Since it is a vacuum, sound waves will have no medium to travel to. That means no one will hear you scream in space, even if you shout the loudest. While sound waves need a medium to travel, radio waves can travel in the void of space. Astronauts use radios to stay in communication while in space, since radio waves can be sent and received in a vacuum environment. Okay, you know what? That one kind of came around. Now you know a little about microwaves and radio waves and sound waves. Or microwaves are radio waves, but just a specific frequency, I believe. The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 Celsius. Can you guess what planet that is? Can you guess what planet? The hottest planet in our solar system is Venus. The scorching planet has an average surface temperature of about 232 Fahrenheit, 450 Celsius. Interestingly, holy moly, interestingly, Venus is not the closest planet to the sun. Mercury is. So if you guess Mercury, I understand. However, the reason is Mercury has no atmosphere to regulate temperature, so it has a very large temperature fluctuation. Venus, on the other hand, has the thickest atmosphere among all planets. The atmosphere traps heat, making Venus very, very, very hot. Number 3. This isn't really a fact, honestly, but maybe it'll be interesting. There may be life on Mars. My guess is because they found evidence of lakes and water, and usually when there's water, there's evidence of like bacteria or life, because all life needs water, so that's my guess. I think there's also ice underneath layers, so we'll see. Of all the planets in our solar system, apart from Earth, Mars is the one most likely to hospitable to life. In 1986, NASA found what they thought might be fossils of microscopic living things in a rock recovered from Mars. Okay, nothing about water. My bad, guys, my bad. Number 4, nobody knows how many stars there are in space. I think that's because it's past our observable universe. The sheer size of space makes it impossible to accurately predict just how many stars we have. Right now, scientists and astronomers use the number of stars only within our galaxy, the Milky Way, to estimate. That number is between 200 to 400 billion stars, and there are estimated to be billions of galaxies, so the stars in space are really completely uncountable. That's fair. That makes sense. I always think it's fun. Oh yeah, okay. Halley's Comet. There's a song called Halley's Comet in the Billie Eilish newest album. She pronounced it as Halley's Comet, but it's actually Halley's. No shade to her. I don't need my army to comment and give her shade. Okay, guys? CJSMR army, please don't. The 3,000 of you, please don't hurt her. Like, millions of followers, please. Thank you very much. Halley's Comet won't orbit past Earth again until 2061. Discovered in 1705 by Edmund Halley. The famous comet was last seen in 1986 and is only seen once every 75 to 76 years. I don't know what happened. My phone just died. It was at 30%. And, oh, now it's restarting. I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to get my long charger that I have. This is, if you're wondering why it's dying, it's the iPhone 6S, and it still has the headphone jack and such. I love it. I've had it for years. And, I just don't want to get a new phone. But the battery life on this one is so bad, so I'm gonna go get a big charger for it. A nice big charger. A big charger, so I'll be right back. Okay, for perfect is now at 8%. That's what I love about my phone. I should have known. That's on me, guys. That's on me. I apologize. Let's go back to the website and resume. SpaceFacts, there we go. Okay. We were at Halley's Comet. Okay. So it's only seen every 75 to 76 years, which means the next time we'll see it is 2061. Okay. A full NASA spacesuit costs $12 million. $12 million. Sheesh. About 70% of the total cost was for the backpack and the control module. If we were to convert the total amount to today's pricing, this would be approximately. What? A full NASA space suit costs $12 million. Is that? Oh, I see. Okay. If it was going to be converted to today's pricing, the approximate would be around $150 million. Because up to now, NASA reuses the spacesuits that were made in 1974. That's so funny, yeah. On top of that, the first all-female spacewalk was canceled because of spacesuit availability. Wow, so they don't make new spacesuits that often, I reckon. I don't know why I said that, sorry. Crazy. Neutron stars can spin 600 times per second. That is crazy. That's sheer insanity, I feel like. That's a lot of spinning. I can only do one a second, or maybe two a second. It's because neutron stars are the densest and tiniest stars in the known universe. And although they only have a radius of about 10 kilometers, they may have a mass of a few times that of the sun. That's crazy. They can rotate up to 60 times per second after they are born from a core collapse, supernova star explosion, and have been known to spin as fast as 600 to 712 times per second because of their physics. Ooh. Numero ocho. I'm trying to be really good about my numbers, guys, ever since the insane controversy. Which was 100% a joke. I feel bad because some people like that people actually gave me like crap for that. It was like, what? Oh, catalytic converter, you know the problems. There was like one comment where someone said, I messed it up, and I just thought it was funny. So, and I hadn't posted in a while, so I was like, I'm gonna be all dramatic about it. But don't worry, guys, I'm not upset about it. And no one actually gave me like any crap for it, so I appreciate you guys' concern though. There may be a planet made out of diamonds. Numero ocho. As SpaceFacts goes, this is pretty impressive. Research by the Yale University suggests that a rocky planet called 55 Cancri E is twice the size of Earth and has a mass 8 times greater. And it may have a surface made up to what? It may have a surface made. Am I drunk? What is going on? It may have a surface made up of graphite and diamond, It's 40 light years away, but it's visible to the naked eye in the constellation of Cancer. I'm a Cancer. What are the odds? What are the odds? Okay, I have a problem with this fact. Not because I don't believe it's real. I do believe it's real, but I believe it's totally possible. What I don't like is I don't like them saying it may be made up of graphite and diamond. I don't like the wording because the wording, and this annoys my girlfriend because I'm super specific about like wording and stuff. Because I want to be concise and clear. But then I'm hypocritical because sometimes I just don't even, whatever, we don't need to get into that. If you say it may be made up of graphite and diamonds, you can say that about literally anything. I can say this right now just out of my hoo-ha. There may be a planet made out of Rick and Morty's. There may be. You can't prove that there may not be. There may be. That's kind of what I mean. Like, it doesn't really feel like a fact if you're just saying there may be. It literally says it has a mass 8 times greater and it has a surface made up of graphite and diamond. I don't know, like, don't say it may be graphite and diamond. It is perceived to be made of graphite and diamond. It would be like better, or like something like that. I don't know. I just feel like once you start using may, then it doesn't even feel like a fact. It's just like an opinion, Okay, here we go. The footprints on the moon. This is numero. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why I was going to say niño, but I know that means like child or like little boy or something. The footprints, numero 9. The footprints on the moon will be there for 100 million years. 100 million years, guys. The moon has no atmosphere, which means there's no wind to erode the surface and no water to wash the footprints away. This means that the footprints on the Apollo astronauts, along with spacecraft prints, rover prints, and discarded material, will be there for millions of years. What I want them to say is what will disturb them. If it's just other things, cool. Because why don't you just say they'll be there forever until something disturbs them? Because I feel like that's cooler than a million years, but I don't know. Like, why a million years? Is that when the Earth is going to explode? It's good to know. We want to know these things. Oh, this one is awesome. I love this one. I know this one. This one is top tier facts. Top tier facts, okay? People love this. Numero 10. 1 day on Venus is longer than 1 year. Stop. How so? How can this be? How can this be? I don't even need to read this one. How can this be? Well, it comes down to our idea. Sorry, I don't know. I feel like the way I'm about to present this is so irritating to people. I feel like I'm gonna be like super mansplaining about it. I'm just gonna be fun. So basically, because usually we think of days as like a part of a year, right? But actually, like, and it makes sense once you just think about it. It just doesn't click in your head right away sometimes. A day is measured by the rotation of how long the Earth takes to go 360 degrees around, right? Roughly. And a year is how long it takes for the Earth to rotate around the sun. Or not rotate around the sun, but I don't know what the word is. Orbit around the sun. So basically all it is just like it takes longer for Venus to rotate 360 degrees around its axis than it takes to orbit the sun. And I think it's like, I don't know the exact days, maybe it has it in the, yeah, Venus has a slow axis rotation which takes 243 Earth days to complete its day, but the orbit of Venus around the sun is 225 Earth days, so it's about like 18 days less. Wait, a year on Venus is 18 Earth days less than a day on Venus. So that's kind of fun. That's what I like. Because those are like the type of facts that like it makes sense to people once you say it. It's just not, because usually we think of days as part of a year, but really they're not. Just how we organize our calendar makes it seem that way. But I don't know, I think it's fun. Okay. I do know something about this one as well. numero. Oh shoot! Once we get into the teens, it's rough. Number 11. We're not gonna make another controversy. Number 11. In 3.75 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies will collide. That's pretty cool. The Andromeda galaxy is approaching the Milky Way, where our solar system is, at a rate of around 110 kilometers per second, which is 68 miles per second. And eventually the two will collide to form a giant elliptical galaxy. Pretty sick. If two pieces of the same type of metal touches space. Oh yes, this is cool. I remember learning this. This is awesome. And I'm pronouncing it wrong, and I don't know why I'm continuing. This is number 12, but I thought I heard a catalytic converter being stolen, so I'm going to try to jump. Number 12. If two pieces of the same type of metal touch in space, they will permanently bond. I don't know exactly why this was true. I think it's something about, like, it doesn't have, like, the atoms, interacting with each other, like, then they think they're a part of the same piece when they touch, and, like, it doesn't happen on Earth because we have, like, atmosphere and different atoms in between. But let's see, something like that. This incredible fact is also known as cold welding, and it happens because the atoms of two pieces of metal have no way of knowing they are separate yet. This doesn't happen on Earth because of the air and water found between the pieces. Yep, okay. That's kind of cool. I was right. It's always fun being right, It's always fun. Number 13. There is floating water in space. There's floating water. And for some reason, the picture is a picture of a hurricane. I don't really understand. A hurricane is over water a lot of the time. But whatever. Astronomers have found a massive water vapor cloud that holds 114 trillion times the mass of water in the Earth's oceans, somewhere about 10 billion light years away, making it the largest discovery of water ever found. That's cool.
Every single morning and again at night, you should always brush your teeth from the left to the right.
Whoops. How loud was that? Maybe I'll keep it in. I'm gonna mark it just in case it's too loud. Sorry guys, but yes, do brush your teeth to the left and to the right. That's what the ad that just popped up said. Okay. Number 14. Wow, how many? 30 minutes in, and I'm only 14 of 50. Maybe I need to speed it up. Sorry guys. The largest known asteroid is 965 kilometers wide, 600 miles wide. Wow, that's crazy. I got really nothing to say about that. Number 15, I've heard this one as well. The moon was once a piece of the Earth. The theory is that when Earth was a relatively young planet, it was struck by a giant object, and this collision broke a piece of the Earth away to create the moon. The piece then began to orbit around the Earth as the result of its gravitational pull. Cool. Number 16. The sun's mass takes up, 99.86% of the solar system. That's actually crazy. Okay, look at this picture, because this is insane. That's the sun compared to other planets. That's insane. The sun is made up of 3/4 hydrogen, and most of its remaining mass is helium. This yellow star is 330,000 times as massive as the Earth. It accounts for 99.86% of the mass of the solar system. And then the gas giant Jupiter accounts for about 2/3 of the remaining mass. That's why. Okay. Number 17. There is a volcano on Mars 3 times the size of Everest. Volcano. 3 times the size of Everest. That's pretty cool. It's called Olympus Mons. Okay. Number 18. Mercury and Venus are the only planets with 0 moons. 0 moons. The terrestrial planets, Mercury and Venus, are not able to hold any moons because of their close distance to the sun. That makes sense. The sun's gravity is much stronger, and it will pull any natural satellite orbiting these nearby planets. Okay, that's a cool fact. Bonus fact. Okay, ding, 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 ding. Bonus fact. Satellite is just something orbiting a planet, I believe. That's just so, like, the moon is technically a satellite. It's just a natural satellite. Whereas now when we use the word satellite, we think of it as something that is for information gathering or communicating. But I think technically it's like, at least originally, because words can change over time, right? Originally it's meant for just something that orbits a planet. I don't know if the Earth would count as a satellite for the sun, though. We'll have to look that up. Look that up for me, thanks. Get back to me. Number 19, speaking about moons and satellites. Saturn has 82 known moons and counting. Wow. Saturn has the most number of moons known in the solar system. Its biggest moon, Titan, is bigger than Mercury. That's hilarious. Okay, oh. The webpage just crashed. I guess this is not a very, maybe my phone just sucks. Are we 19? Yeah, we were. Titan is bigger than Mercury. The ringed planet also has some smaller moons called shepherd moons that help keep Saturn's rings in shape. That's cool. The only thing I don't understand is how do we not know all of, like, the moons, like, orbiting a planet? I don't understand how we don't know all that, because if we can see, I mean, for instance, the water that was, how many, like, it was 11 billion light years away or something. We can see that, like, and then we can measure how much water is in that. But we don't know if we have more than, was it 32 moons? 82 moons? I don't understand that, but I'm not an astrologist. And neither are those people. They're astronomers, my bad. Okay, number 20. The gas giant Jupiter is a failed star. Nice. It's composed of hydrogen and helium, which we already learned are the same elements the sun is made of. However, it's not large enough to start nuclear fusion and generate its own energy. If it were 80 times bigger, it would become a star with low mass. Interesting. And then it has a giant red spot, yeah. It's a storm that's been swirling for more than 100 years. Okay, number 21. Uranus. Because once you're... I forgot who said it. I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson who said, like, once you're out of middle school, it turns to Uranus instead of Uranus. I just like saying Uranus because it makes it sound all fancy. Uranus orbits the sun on its side. Interesting. It's often called a sideways planet, because its orbit is tilted by about 98 degrees. This tilt makes the ice giant planet appear as if it's spinning sideways. That's really cool. I don't think I ever learned that. I don't remember if I did. 22, we all know this. Pluto is now classified as a dwarf planet, not a planet. And if you want bonus fact. Okay, bonus fact. Ding ding ding. I'm not gonna put a graphic. Those things are too distracting. But bonus fact. Neil deGrasse Tyson is the reason for that decision, or at least he was a part of it. I believe. Frick, now I'm doubting myself. I'm pretty sure. I'm so sure. Look that one up too and get back to me. But Neil deGrasse Tyson was like either the guy that announced it or like the guy that made the decision with a team. He was a part of it, so kind of cool. Pluto and number 23. Pluto and Charon could be a double dwarf planet system. That's cool. Pluto, largest moon, Charon, is about half the size of this dwarf planet. This makes it the biggest moon in relative size to its parent body. These two are mutually tightly locked to each other. It means that the same side of Charon faces Pluto and vice versa. Okay, you could make a science fiction film about that, where like you could connect those 2 points and then like you could create a city in between them, or like that you travel up and down. I don't know. That's cool. I'm gonna put that in a D&D campaign. 24, number 24. There are 5 officially recognized dwarf planets in the solar system. Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. This number could grow as more objects like these are discovered. Again, how do we not know all the dwarf planets if we can see 12 billion light years away and see and measure just how much water is in space? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not an astronomer or an astrologist. 25. Earth's moon is the 5th largest moon in the solar system. Okay, we're at 25, guys. We're at 25. I can win up 10 in 10 minutes. Good for me. I'm not trying to rush. I just don't want you to be dragging, you know. I don't want you to be like so eager to get the next fact that I bore you. The biggest natural satellite, perfect, is Ganymede, which orbits Jupiter. The second largest is Titan from Saturn. The third and fourth are Cassilo and Io, which are both moons of Jupiter. So Earth's moon is the 5th largest moon in the solar system. Okay. Number 26. Enceladus. Ooh, that's pretty close to... I almost said a... Okay, whatever it is, Saturn's moon is the most reflective body in the solar system. Is it because it's made of ice? It has an icy shell that reflects about 100% of the light that reaches it. It does not absorb much sunlight, which makes it a very cold world, with temperatures around negative 201 Celsius or negative 330 Fahrenheit. If you're wondering, I did not just guess that it's made out of ice. It showed a picture of it and it looked like it's made out of ice, so I'm not that smart. If any of you guys know that musical where that song is in, definitely comment it, okay? I'm not that smart. My parents think of something, I'm not that smart. It's a good musical, you should watch it. Okay, is that 26? Yeah, so number 27. The moons of Uranus were named after characters created by Alexander Pope and William Shakespeare. Uranus has 27. I love the number 27. I see it everywhere. Known moons. Some of its most notable moons are Oberon, Titania, Marianda, Ariel, and Umbriel. Umbriel. Ooh, that's not a great. It's like embryo. I guess that's not bad. That's just like a fish thing, right? 28. There are more stars in the universe than are grains of sand on Earth. Okay, but wait a minute. We don't know how many stars there are. We don't know how many stars there are. We can't calculate it, but we can calculate it. It's more than a grain of sand. Just saying, how can you calculate the grain of sand on Earth, but you can't calculate, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess it just makes sense probably because it's just like there's billions of stars and you can probably do the math and just have a really good guess. I guess it's like there's different sizes of infinity, so. Which, if you want to know about that, crazy, I'll bonus fact, another bonus fact, ding, ding, ding. There are different sizes of infinity. Now you may be like, wait a minute there, CJSMR. How can there be more, how can there be bigger sizes of infinity? They're both infinity. What? The way that really made me click for me, because I thought the same thing, was you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, I forget what those types of numbers are. Rational numbers, whatever, maybe. Is it rational numbers? But whole numbers. Sorry, I don't know why. Whatever. You can count that into infinity, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can count into an infinity, and Mr. Beast would give you infinite money for doing so. You can do that. However, for every 1, there's a 1.1. And like 2, there's a 2.1. And basically what you can do is, so that's one size of infinity, whole numbers, right? But there's a 1.1, 1.12, 1.123, 1.1234, and they're all different numbers, right? And there is an infinite amount of those in between each whole number. So then, if you just did if you added all the irrational numbers, I believe is what they're called, of all like the decimals and fractions that you can put in between 1 and 2, and you added those up in between 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, because there's an infinite number of those in between each whole number, that infinity, and you add them all together, that infinity is bigger than the whole number's infinity. That's the only time it made sense to me. Yes, they're both infinity, but one has to be bigger. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna go. Actually, there's someone I remember that I need to text that too, because like 4 years ago they were like, I don't understand that, and I want to talk to them again. So that would be a fun way to bring it up. Oh, okay. Wait. It tells me if we combined all the sand on beaches and deserts in the world, there would still be 10 times more stars in the universe. It's estimated to be 70 sextillion stars out there. Sextillion, YouTube. Sextillion. That's a number that's safe for work. Okay. Don't copyright me. Don't demonetize me. Come on. What? I'm making $3 off this video. Don't demonetize me. Come on. It is estimated that, yeah, there's that many. This figure translates to 70 followed by 22 zeros. Wow. That's a big number. Okay, number 29. I can't believe I spent 5 minutes on that one after I just got up. Number 29. The sun will engulf Earth 5 billion years from now. The sun is still a main sequence star now. It generates energy by turning hydrogen into helium as it turns into a red giant. It would become bigger and brighter when our sun reaches this stage. Its expansion would likely reach the orbit of the red planet Mars. Nice. Though the sun is not a red giant yet, it is still much bigger than the Earth. In fact, about 1 million Earths can fit inside the sun. Oh, this one is so freaking cool. I love this fact. Okay, number 30, guys. When you look at a star, what you actually see is how it was in the past, okay? That's crazy. And this should also be in a science fiction novel. Because here's what's up. Light takes time to reach Earth. For instance, sunlight takes about the sunlight takes about 8.5 minutes to reach Earth's surface. The bright star, Sirius, for example, is roughly 8.6 light years away. That means when you see the sky tonight, you are actually seeing Sirius the way it was 8.6 years ago. And this is how we can time travel, okay? This is what we could do. I remember learning about this. This is how time travel could actually work. And you wouldn't actually be traveling, but it'd be experiencing. If we could somehow get a wormhole that would teleport us to the opposite end of the universe, right? And then we get a really, really big telescope that captures light that Earth has emitted. You know, I don't know how, if you could somehow make a traveling machine that could travel however far, like away from Earth that we would want to look at. So if it was 4,000 light years away from Earth, no, say we could only travel 10 light years away from Earth, right? We got a wormhole that could travel us that. We could get a really nice telescope. We also would have to build that too, and you could watch the light from Earth 10 years ago as it hits wherever this spot in the, universe that we are. So you theoretically could time travel in the way where you could watch it, and you're watching it happen as it happened. You can't affect it in any way because it's past, like it's not like you're actually there. But it was like really cool thing that I remember learning about, where it was like, this is the practical way that we could, quote unquote, time travel in our life, and that kind of, it takes away all the paradoxes that you would have, that because you can't actually travel, you can't actually change or affect anything, you just can watch what happens. So it really just be like a history lesson or something, and that's something I want to put in a science fiction book. You should do it. If you can do it, you should do it. Or a D&D campaign or something, because like I feel like that would be a crazy twist. Like, oh my gosh, I'm watching actually my past, and you think it's like a TV show, or you think it's like your future. I don't know, it'd be cool. Okay, so that being said, there's also a lot of stars that you see right now that are actually completely dead. I I'm not going to make up a number, but I know it's like a lot of the stars that you actually are seeing don't exist anymore. We just see them because that's when the light hit us. So, what am I, 31? Oh, I am a 31. Wow, I guessed. Okay, massive stars end their lives through supernova explosions. Kind of knew that. 32 galaxies are either elliptical, spiral, or irregular. Galaxy types are usually classified based on their appearance. Our own Milky Way, for example, is a spiral. As more galaxies are discovered, we have also learned that they come in all shapes. Aside from the main types, there are also lenticular and weird-looking peculiar galaxies. Interesting. There are 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Sorry, they didn't say trillion, they just had a bunch of zeros, so I believe 12 zeros. Yeah, that's trillion, I believe. The universe is so big that we would not be able to see its entirety. The only region of space visible to us is called the observable universe. Still, estimates show that there are roughly 2 trillion or 2 million galaxies in the observable universe alone. Number 34. Most galaxies have a central black hole. While the nature of black holes is still uncertain, scientists have found that they are usually around 1 in 1,000th as massive as their home galaxy. The central black hole is the Milky Way, for example. Or this, I see. The central black hole of the Milky Way, for example, is 4.6 million times the sun's mass. All planets in the solar system have been visited by an uncrewed spacecraft. Voyager 1. Or Voyager 2. I think it's Voyager 1. Venus was the first planet to be visited by a space... Oh, wait, sorry. Not the same one. I'm so silly. Okay, Venus was the first planet to be visited by a spacecraft in 1962. It also was the first where probes have landed. Even the outer planets had visitors, like the Cassini spacecraft, which orbited Saturn for 13 years. Okay, wow, the next one is crazy. Number 36, Voyager 1 and 2 have been operating for more than 40 years. The Voyagers launched in 1977 and are still sending back data to Earth. Voyager 1 entered interstellar space in 2012, and Voyager 2 also reached this region in 2018. These are the farthest and only spacecraft that have left the heliopause. This is a fun thing. The reason I know the names of it is because me and my girlfriend, one thing we say to each other a lot is, I love you to the Voyager and back. Which is like, oh, I don't know why I felt weird saying that, but because, you know, like people used to say, I love you to the moon and back, or I love you to whatever and back. But I said it because I like the idea that like our love will grow, and so like it's always getting further and further from Earth. So every time I say it, it's like it means I love you more, kind of thing. I don't know, I thought it was cute. Put it in a screenplay if you want to steal it. I don't really care. Or maybe it's already in one and I haven't seen that movie, but we'll see. Okay, number 37. The boundary of the solar system ends in a spherical cloud known as the Oort cloud. This is a hypothetical sphere composed of icy bodies that surround the solar system. It marks the limit of the sun's gravitational influence. It's predicted to be around 2,000 to 100,000 astronomical units from the sun. It's a pretty big range, 2,000 to 100,000. Since the Oort cloud is far from the sun, it is often influenced by the tidal forces of the Milky Way galaxy and other passing stars. Because of the great distance, scientists have not yet seen any Oort cloud object. About 1.4 billion years ago, a day on Earth was just 18 hours and 41 minutes long. The moon is moving away from the Earth by around 3.78 centimeters, or 1.5 inches. This causes changes in the moon's tidal effects, which in turn slows down Earth's rotation. The internet, number 39, the International Space Station, ISS, is about as wide as a soccer field. It's actually a lot smaller than you'd think, I feel like. It's the largest thing that we've flown in space. From end to end, measures 1.9 meters, or 356 feet. 1 foot for every day of the year. Oh my gosh, that's so stupid. It's not even a 365. It's that many days, not 356. Cringe. Okay. Number 40. It is possible to see the International Space Station from your backyard. It's something that requires timing. It'll become visible from the Earth when it reflects sunlight. However, during the day, it can easily get lost in the sun's glare. The best time to see it with the naked eye is before sunrise and after sunset. You can also track it online. I know you can. They have like a tracker. This website, I believe, something like that. But yeah. Okay, next one, number 41. Mars has a reddish sky but blush twilights. Mars is known as a red planet because it is rich in iron. Iron reacts with the elements in rust, making it red all around. The same fine dust particles scatter light differently when the sun is close to the horizon. Number 42. I think everyone probably knows this. Astronauts grow taller in space. They can grow about 5 centimeters, 2 inches during their stay in space. The reason is for the lack of gravity, which expands the discs of their spines, making them taller. This was proven when astronaut Scott Kelly spent 340 days in space. And when he returned to Earth, he became taller than his twin brother. That's cool. Number 43. The closest star system to the U.S., Proxima Centauri, is 4.25 light years away. Number 44. A rose was brought to space in 1998. Okay, guys, what is that? Is it a cool story at least? The company International Flavors and Fragrances wanted to know if bringing a rose to space would yield a new scent. The rose was aboard the Discovery Space Shuttle. When it came back to Earth, it was sampled and used for product to produce perfume. Okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. They won me over. Okay, because it was kind of cool, whatever. Number 45. 5 left, guys, or 6 left. There are more than 4,000 known exoplanets and counting. Exoplanets is short for extrasolar planets. These are planets that are outside the solar system. They come in different sizes and compositions. Extragalactic planets, on the other hand, are planets outside of the Milky Way. That's cool. This is cool. Number 46. Other planets and even a moon have auroras too. The colorful light shows of auroras happen when solar particles collide with the atmosphere. This event has been observed on Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The largest moon, Ganymede, also has aurora displays. That's sick. That is really freaking cool, actually. Wow. Number 47. Shooting stars are space debris that burn up when they enter Earth's atmosphere. Yeah. Old news. Come on. Give me something that I already know. Number 48. We often see astronauts in white spacesuits, but there are orange spacesuits too. What? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, the color depends on the activity. White suits are for extravehicular activity, like spacewalking. This color helps reflect the sun's heat. The white does. The orange advanced cruise escape suits are used when astronauts take off to re-enter Earth. The color makes it easier for them to be seen anywhere, especially at sea. That's really cool. As of 2021, this is number 49, as of 2021, more than 600 people have been in space. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then the last one, number 50. Is it worth it? Is number 50 worth it, guys? Let's see. Miss Mojo Top 50, let's see. Number 50. The outer space is very cold with a temperature of around negative 454 Fahrenheit, or negative 270 Celsius. Okay. Lame. That's a lame one to end on. Space is indeed a very cool place. This is close to absolute zero, or negative 273 Celsius, which is the lowest temperature ever possible. Okay. Did all that for nothing, I guess. All that for nothing. So, I'm I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't know. So, I'll be better next time. But I hope you could enjoy. I hope this, I guess I got a nice long video in. So that's good. I don't usually do longer ones, I guess. So I'm glad I got to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. So I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you can enjoy yourself and just have a good old time. So relax and fall asleep. I hope you are asleep. I hope you are asleep and you can fall asleep. I hope you are asleep